Hello, guys. Has been a super long while, at least it feels like to me, because I was just the other day, right, in Costa Rica, and now here I am, and I have not been able to do any videos. So I'm trying to get this going, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to be excused. I might get a client. I am on call for body work today, so I'm trying to take my time and use the time that I have in some sort of good way for me. Um, I love doing yoga and making the time to do yoga. I keep on loving all my other activities too, but I really learned that when I can devote, even if it's a little chunk of my time to yoga and to just get in connection with myself, with this person that I am, that is has faults, has some deviations, has yeah, it's a human being, and for some time has tried to fit in some sort of fit, and it hasn't worked out for me that great. So I'm really learning to find my voice and my expression of who I really am, and it's for me. It's for me. So that's what I want to invite you to today. Just stay open to not only get to know this self, but fall in love with this person and do the best of your ability to use your time for living that passion, whatever that passion is for you. And if there isn't one yet, maybe through yoga you can find one. But for now, what we have is this tangible body, and I love to move my body. So let's do that. But before we start moving, um, I wanted to invite you to find your sitting bones through some movement. And if you are in a irregular surface like I am, I decided to come out because it's just so nice. I think there is a little hint of coolness in the air, and I'm learning to appreciate that because I am a summer kind of girl, but I can totally now see it has its value. So, yeah, I wanted to be outside. So, settling down, feeling your surface, if it's all good and smooth, and try to fit and to push your sitting bones down into the ground, elongate your spine with that, and check in. How is your breath? Did you have a crazy morning? Did you have deadlines? Did you have just stuff going on? Probably. If you're a human being, you probably did. And some of these things are great, and some just feel great, and some don't feel great. So close your eyes and connect with that. Try not to judge what happened and how it has been, but just make a side note there. And then start paying attention to this moment. With your sitting bones down, your spine elongated, and your neck is a natural extension of that spine. You have a little tuck at your chin, but very slightly. And you check in with your shoulders, they're relaxed into the shoulder girdle. And if it's not, see any little adjustment you might do to feel that way, and connect with your breath. Now that your body feels situated, fill up your belly with air, bring it to the diaphragm area, and all the way to your chest, right under your collarbones. And then breathe out. Find the comfortable feeling of just expanding your body. And if it doesn't feel comfortable right now for you, just try to find some sort of comfort in it, even if it doesn't feel that open and great. You're working on opening your breath. So focusing on counting to 3 on that breath. Feel the belly expand up to the diaphragm and to the chest. And breathe out. Think of an intention. Set an intention. Set a reason, if you must use that term, for you to be here, seated right now and paying attention to your breath. There was a call, there was a curiosity, there was a desire to do it. And maybe, perhaps, the preconceived notion of who you are kept you away from doing it. But for some reason, here you are doing this. So try to get curious about that. What is that intention? What do you intend with sitting and breathing? Perhaps find some clarity, some just time to pay attention to the thoughts, because the thoughts sometimes get so rapid, so rushy, and gets in the way of appreciating what time really is. So take a few minutes, 2 breaths. Your hands can be resting on your knees, either with the palms down or up, depending on the kind of energy you want to receive. If you feel like too jittery and you want to calm down, you want to get another perspective on things, cool off that energy and see what happens. And at the same time, if you want to receive some energy and you feel like lethargic or just want a little get ready to receive. It's about giving and receiving. One doesn't exist without the other. So right now you're sharing time with your own self. Whatever time you made, find a quiet space, and you can do it in increments. You don't have to do the whole practice. Like I said, I might be interrupted and have to go back to work, but if I have 15, 20, 30, an hour, yeah, I would try to at least sit for a minute. Let some air out. Breathe in. Whatever doesn't feel right inside, you have the opportunity to let out with your breath. Now that you have connected with your reasoning to be here today, start opening your eyes, blink them open. So now we're prepared to move, right? Probably your legs are like, what? I have been sitting for so long. Let's move those legs. Do some movement with your ankles, the other side. Always trying to connect with that sitting bone. Maybe a little shake on your legs. Hey, feet. You're my feet. And shake it. Now let's do some Kriya to warm things up. I think you guys have done this one with me. So if your legs are pretty tight on your quads, and if this is uncomfortable, find a towel and put under there. Or you can have your foot in, like pressing into that thigh and finding your sitting bones, flexing your foot on the leg that is extended in front of you. And breathe, and just find some comfort, some adjustment in this before we start to move. So if you're going to stay here, you can breathe in and let your body fold. See how far you can go with a straight spine, with your chest open. And it might be super high here, and that's okay. Take another breath in. See if you can go a little bit further. And if you feel like, okay, my back is curving, that's okay, then you let it go. See where you land. If you have your block switch, I totally forgot over there because I had set up over there. But you can always hold on the blocks and work on pushing your chest forward, opening from the space between your rib bones, lifting up and breathing in. Perhaps fold. Take another breath in and lift up. If you want to go high, you're going to bring it high now. It might be warmer. And if not, keep your leg down. Flex the foot that you're stretching. And the leg that is down is super, super strong. Muscles are hugging into the bones. You're taking your time. Take a breath in. And fold forward. And breathe. Keep working on hugging the bones with the muscles. Opening your chest. Let it go with the head. Perhaps do a little movement with it to release. And let go of the hands. Tuck your chin to your chest. Engage your abs and come up all the way. Help your leg bring the forward and shake it. Again, finding your sitting bones. It's so chill out here, guys. It's so cool. I thought it was going to be so warm. It is not. So we can find it up there. Or let's always start low here. And try to even push into a, not push in the like a bad way, but like just pressing into your thigh here as the muscles are nice and contracted. Working on your mula bandha. It's a tightness of the pelvic floor. So mula bandha. You're gonna hear this again. Breathe and then arms come up. Keep pressing the inner thighs of your right leg down. Your foot is flexed on the extended leg. If your hands are at your feet, you can push your feet into your hands, and if they're not, if they are by your shin, that's okay. Keep trying to pull the floor towards you and open your chest. Don't let go so much of your right leg. Keep pressing the inner thighs to get that knee down. Let your head fold. One more breath in. Let out. Take your chin to your chest, abs in, and come up. And take a breath in. And bring that right leg up into the left quad, the top of the thigh, if you want to. If not, just keep your foot down. There's no much judgment. You're minding your own business. Red warrior style. Yeah. Keep on breathing. Find some comfort. Like for me right now, my quads, the top of my thighs are so tight. But I'm actually digging it. I'm feeling it, and I'm being curious about it. I'm trying not to attach pain, but more of a sensation into it. And noticing that sensation. And if it gets too intense, like I always back off. Using the breath. Letting it go. One more breath in. Let a big sigh. And tuck your chin to your chest. Abs in and come up. Oh, that was a super intense one for me, guys. Whew. Bring your feet to the front and shake it up. Bring your knees around. My phone is telling me I don't have enough battery. Okay, I have 20%. Let's see how far that goes. So tabletop, find your tabletop. I'm very this leveled here. Find your alignment. Your knees are right under your hip bones. Feel solid. Press your hands down. My hands are open. Press them down. Bend those elbows a little bit. A micro bend. Micro bend. Micro bend. Yes. Push your shoulders back. And breathe here. Just feeling the energy of the ground into your hand and the hand into the ground. Your muscles are nice and working towards the bones and you're breathing. One more breath in. Exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to curve your tailbone up. And the gaze goes up. Open your peacock feathers. And squeeze all the air out. Press into your belly button, into your back. And release as you breathe in. Tail goes first. Head follows. And you exhale. Create space between your flying bones. What is the name of flying bones? Scapulas. Wings, your wings. Press it out. Breathe in. Keep pressing your toes down. And squeeze all the air out. And breathe in into neutral. Perhaps get on our down dog. Yeah. Your hands are forward. You have that elbow facing the front. You're pressing your hands away from the mat, right? You're pushing away. You want to kind of divide the mat in two. Then you curl your toes. You lift from your tailbone up. And let it go. Walk that dog. Press one foot. Press the other foot. I don't think you can see my legs and what I'm doing. But you are pressing with one leg your heels to the floor. And then you bend your knee deep and press the other one. Engage in the quads to relax the hamstrings. Pushing that tailbone up. Pushing the mat away with your feet and your hands as if you are going to divide the mat in two. Take a breath in, go on your tiptoes, tailbone up, bend your knees, and get back into your child's pose. Notice the energy going through your body. I just got like this heat surge and it got warm, I guess. No breeze anymore. Take a breath in. Tabletop. Hi, Shira. How are you? And into your down dog. Let a breath out. Breathe out. Now you're going to take a breath in and you're going to raise your right leg up. It doesn't have to go high. You want to keep your hips centered. Breathe. And squeeze all the air out as you bring your right knee into the chest and lower into a plank. Oh, you can't see me anymore. Shira's right on the camera. Okay, let me try to fix this. Shira, honey, thank you. Okay, guys. If you are with your three-legged dog and you brought it into your chest, and I'll bring it up, three-legged dog. One more time into your chest, and you can always do this from your knee. Remember, guys. Then you're going to bring that knee all the way between the hands. Yes. We're going to go into a high lunge or a low lunge. Low lunge, you got your knee down, and you can fold your mat to make a cushion for your knee. So this is your low lunge. We're going to go on high lunge. If you feel like you're ready for it, take a breath in and come up to the front of the mat with your leg. forward fold. Bend your knees very generously. Is our first forward fold standing, so be gentle. Try to think of your 4 point of contact with your feet, under your big toe, under your little toe, heels. You can lift your toes. Keep your knees bent if that's more comfortable. Focus on your feet. Let your head be heavy. Let your chest kind of rest on the top of your thighs. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to grab, alternate elbows with your hands and just do some yeses with your hair. With your hair? No, with your head. Yes, is for all the abundance, all the beautiful work that you're doing on yourself, and all the amazing things that you want to have it in your life, as far as energy, as far as people, as far as everything, work, you know, you can have it. Pretty good, wonderful life. And we start saying no for the preconceived notion that if I don't work so hard, if I don't sacrifice, nothing happens. It doesn't have to be that way if we can find awesomeness in pretty much any step to what we want to do. That's what it is. Just a step. Wherever you're going. Are you clear about where you're going? Or at least where you're at? Okay, let your arms go. That has been my thing. Tuck your chin to your chest, abs in. It's finding my thing. You're probably not going to see my head, are you? Oh, no. Bad camera positioning. Okay. So, let's keep some more floor then. We won't go maybe up. So, you're going to do the other side though, because we don't want you to be lopsided. So you're going to lift your left leg, right? And you're going to squeeze all the air out into the chest and up and into the chest. Breathe in and into the chest. One more time, breathe in. And as gentle as possible, or wiggling, or however you're going to get there. Get your foot between your hands. If you want a low lunge, you're going to lower your knee, have that fold on your mat, and the mosquitoes are getting me, guys, seriously. This might be like one of those, how do you call it? Video things, you know, that things that go wrong. So, it might be. Ooh, mosquitoes, yes, they're bad. So if you want to be on a high lunge, you're going to lift. Bring it up. And bring it down. Squeeze all your muscles in your inner thighs, your abs. Take a breath in and come up. So I think that's it for today, guys, because the mosquitoes are getting me. So this is one of those, like, went kind of wrong because we're still connected, and we did work in a little meditation in the beginning, so that's really what we did. And maybe you never saw yourself meditating, you never saw yourself even trying to, and we did it. So I hope there was some learning on this. At least for me, there was no outside yet. Can't do. Mosquitoes.